Hello, my dear subscribers. How are you all? Welcome you all for Sri Hari Raghavendra Academy. Today, I will be helping you out in how to apply the formulas in an Excel to do some simple calculations as well as for some numerous statistical, financial, and various other way of performing the calculations through Excel. Before we begin the class, let's start the class with a prayer. Gnananandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatikakrutim Adharam Sarvavidyanam Ayagrivam Upasmahe Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmirapuravasini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. By taking the divine blessings of Ayagriva Swami and Saraswati Devi, let's begin our class today. Guys, we have something called formula. So, in the previous classes, I had already showed this. This particular area is called as formula entering area. This is called as formula bar. Basically, in this formula bar, we will enter the formulas to do the calculations. So, today our objective is to learn about the formulas and how to enter the formulas and how to do the calculation. It is very important because when there is a complex data given to you, from a statistical point of view, you have to know how to enter the formula to calculate what is the average sales, what is the percentage of sales to the total sales, what is your expenses, what is your revenue, what is your percentage of revenue towards expenses spent. To do all such kind of analysis for the marketing company, then you have to know to enter the formula and to do the calculation. So let me tell you about what is formula. So formula is an expression basically used to perform the calculations in Excel. And a very important point to note is that every formula should begin with equal sign. So if you are entering the formula without equal sign, it will definitely show an error in an Excel. So a formula is an expression which is always used to calculate something in Excel, and it should always begin with equal sign. So what are the how do my formulas in Excel helps me? The formula in an Excel helps me to perform the automatic calculation. It helps me to save a time instead of using the calculator and typing it. And when there are volume of data are very huge, then even the calculator doesn't becomes a very good medium to use for, right? So then Excel will help me out in saving that complexity and saves the time, and it reduces the manual error. Sometimes when we are calculating in the calculator, instead of typing 10,000, by the eyesight, we would have typed as 1 lakh. So this will lead to an error in the calculation. So if you want to avoid such kind of error, then Excel will be helping you out in easy calculation. Then it analyzes the data quickly, it doesn't take much of time, guys. Within a fraction of second, whatever formula you apply for whatever data that you have, it will give you an answer within fraction of second. So this is how your Excel will help you out in, or your formulas in Excel will help you out in performing auto calculation. It helps in saving the time, helps in reducing an error, and it helps to analyze the data quickly. Now, where are these real life uses of formula will come into picture? Say, for example, if you are into accounting firm, then basically for calculation of salary, gross salary, net salary, DA calculation, DA calculation, for all these things you need formulas. To calculate an employee payroll, you need to have a formula. So this is where like an accounting firm can use Excel by applying formulas to calculate the employee's payroll. If it is a business organization, then to calculate profits, to calculate revenue margin, to calculate expenses margin, to know what is the asset turnover, to know what is the creditor turnover, what is the debtor turnover, or to do a in detail financial analysis, again, you need an Excel. With the help of formula, we can do a ratio analysis. Then in education sector, if say for example, if I want to analyze what is the average result of the college, who has got highest marks in accountancy subject, who have how many number of students have failed, what is the average number of students that is failed on a particular subject. So when I have to calculate the result analysis, then definitely with the help of the formula and with the help of Excel, I can do it. Then if I have to get into research, then after once the data is collected from the primary users, so I will have to import that data into Excel. Then I will be doing lot of calculations like how many number of males, how many number of females, how many were in which age group, and what is the average age, what is median age, and what is the most number of repeated frequencies, mean, median, mode, standard deviations. All this kind of analysis can also be done with the help of Excel by applying the formula. So these are some real life examples where the Excel will come into use with the help of the formula. Now let me try to make you understand the structure of formula. Guys, what happens, how do we write a formula or how do the formula basically look like? Say for example, a formula should always contain an equal sign. So what I will do is, say for example, I will write 10 here in the C column and in 18th row. In the 18th row, in the C column, I have written 10. Again, I have written 10 here in the D column. Again, in the 18th row. You can see both the numbers are in 18th row. This is 18th row and it is there in C column and one is there in D column. Now, if I want to add this both the number 10 plus 10, how do I write with the help of formula? So this is called a sum basically. Okay, 10 plus 10 is but sum. So what is a sum now? So you always already have learned that a formula should always begin with equal. So what I will do is I will write here in the formula bar equals. And secondly, what the formula should contain? Formula should first contain equal, which is there already. Now it should contain the cell reference. The cell reference means to which cell you are basically referring to the calculation. Here, your cell referencing for this particular example is C column with 18th row. This is your cell reference C18. So if you are just tapping on the value where you want to calculate, automatically formula bar will take that value. So cell referencing is you are referring which cell that you are taking to calculate. So here in this case, your value is in C column. So it is written as C here and it is in 18th row it is taken. After cell reference is done, you have to add the operator. Now which operator? As it is sum, I have to add operator. Then again, I have to select one more cell to calculate it for sum. So now one more cell referencing will come here, which is there in the D column, but in 18th row. So if I just click on this, see D18 is selected. Once this is done, once the equal sign is entered, cell referencing is done, operators are done, and values are also taken into consideration. Values are also taken, that is 10 plus 10 is a value here. Then click on enter, see you got here sum here. So 20. So this is how the Excel will help in calculating the additional, subtraction, multiplications and division function. So what is the first structure of the formula? Structure of the formula should contain equals, cell referencing, operator, again cell referencing with the values. Values are nothing but 10, 20, 10 plus 10 is a value and some product of 20 is also a value. So I hope you got to know how to use the structure of the formula or the uses of formula in the real life. In this class, we have learned what is formula mean in an Excel and where does this formula will exactly applied in which areas and how it is applied, and then we learned how to apply the structure of the formula. So if you have liked the video, please hit the like button and please do comment on the video, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.